This is a teardown of a Kenwood KRK-5 or TK690H car radio. And I'm running out of space on my phone to record, so I'm going to have to make this one fairly quick. In what should be a previous video, I did tear down the remote head unit and handset for it. I figured this video would take a little bit longer, and I figured people would probably would prefer at least seeing this in two parts. These are kind of tricky to tear apart though, so I probably shouldn't have started the video without clearing up space on my phone. Probably already said it in a post or whatnot, but I'm trying to get my room that I do these teardowns in cleaned up because I have too many things piled up that I haven't tore down yet. Although I'm getting near the end. Oops. There's a few things I don't want to tear down because they're going to be annoying. And I've technically already tore them down before, it's just these are different versions. Here's one of the covers with some additional shielding, along with some nice soft padding for, I'm assuming, to absorb impacts and vibration. The interesting thing I've found about these car radios are they always seem to be broken down in sections. Got these little coax interconnects going from various radio functions to the other. Looks like this part must be doing the power regulation and maybe some of the amplification as well. A lot of black magic going on here. All these random coils and transformers. And the ceramic packages that are made by Mitsubishi. Oh, and there's so many screws. Although I will admit, kind of justified in this case. I have a feeling more modern radios are smaller and probably can do the same power output with a smaller footprint. But those are worth money, so won't see me tearing those down anytime soon. Always wondered how they attach these. They must do it after the fact, after the board's in place. But that must be quite the challenge to do. And kind of as is tradition with these kinds of radios, lots of shielding internally. Basically they're trying to keep everything in or out. That's supposed to be whichever way. Nice chunk of cast aluminum there. And here's one of the PCBs. Lots of tuning coils all over the place, and crystals. This has like copper looking shielding, which is kind of interesting. And there's a chip that's upside down. I think that's a Phillips chip. Oh, focus please. Looks like their logo. Really tiny. Alright. Gotta give it a little spank and knock out the screws that are holding on for dear life. power input board assembly jack. I don't know. I think there's stuff in the bottom as well. This is one of the few times where using a billion screws is actually justified, though. Alright, that's just gonna make me mad. Snip. Alright, yeah, that seems to be all the power input regulation stuff. I'm gonna guess that these are output things. I don't know what the right word is for those. And the ceramic packages here. Mitsubishi branded C2694. Kind of wonder if this is a thermal sensor. Stop overheat since it's so close to the transmitter chips. But always looks weird looking at those kinds of things. It's interesting. The transformers, have like PCBs on the side. I don't think those are transformers actually. I think they're coils. Yeah. So it looks like there's only a couple windings going through them. But they have side PCBs that go through the board and then a big glob of solder holding them in place. Alright, time for the other side now. And let's see if I can figure out where to remove the cover. More nice soft padding to help with vibration. Got a output connector here. I don't know what that's for. If it's like serial or programming maybe. It's obviously not for the remote head because remote head goes on this side. And here's the flat flux cable that was connecting these two boards. I'm going to assume that this board on this side that I'm on, I don't know if it's bottom or not, but I'm guessing it's the brains of the operation. I don't know. One of the nice things about these, from a recycling standpoint, is they're like 90% aluminum. There's really not a lot of plastic in these, so they scrap or recycle nicely. Let's see if I got all the screws. Actually doing pretty good on time. Just a little worried I was going to run out of space. Alright. Screws I need to remove. Oops. Gonna be a noisy teardown. Oh! Little board on the front. It's an interesting chip. Got an Atmel AT29C20 or 020. That's AT29C020. Very long and skinny. A bunch of other random surface mount stuff. I think JRC is a brand. Mitsubishi there. Got an NEC chip there. And Toshiba. Another Philips chip there to the right. That's upside down. That's a fancy looking crystal there. Must be high precision or something. Or JRC stuff. Got bodge wire. Focus please. Reset to no connection. Interesting. We got some more chips on the side. This Phillips chips here, which almost reminds me of an amplifier for a stereo. And I don't know what that other chip is, or transistor is. Maybe a power transistor for some power regulation task. On a 7.2 ohm resistor here. Or no, 2.2. I'm dumb. Can't read. 2.2 ohms. That's an interesting value. Alrighty. Well, now to this part that connects to the control head. It's like one of the few pieces of plastic in this assembly. The connector makes me wonder how much these connectors harm the signal. Must be fine though. Although I guess that's just digital data, so not as important. I was thinking more in the terms of RF, but nothing RF is going to be going through this part of the radio. Otherwise you'd see a lot of shielding. I think I'm going to break my screwdriver doing that. I suspect this board is just going to be a bunch of pen magic routing everything around. There we go. Yeah, just routing wires and stuff around. But yeah, that's kind of neat. These radio boards always look exotic and fancy. It's like a mix of old and new. Some brass contacts for grounding purposes. But yeah, I think that's really all there is to see. Take another closer look at this since I have some spare space in the camera still, just in case I went over it too fast. This just looks like a big chunk of ferrite with some wires going through it. Interesting. They're thick too. They're not stranded. They feel like they're solid core. And I have the horrible white silicone thermal paste over everything now, but I don't know. Hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching.